At the southern end of the Korean peninsula lies Pusan, South Korea's second largest city. For nearly a century, this was Korea's largest port and the country's gateway to the outside world. During the Korean War in 1950, North Korean armies drove South Korean and American forces back to the very outskirts of this city, but it did not fall. Afterward, the rapid growth of the capital, Seoul, and its port of Incheon eclipsed Pusan. But Pusan still is a major port by any measure. For trans-Pacific trade, it remains the best situated on the entire peninsula. Today, Pusan's population approaches 5 million, and the city sprawls from the waterfront where it began onto the slopes of the surrounding hills and the valleys beyond. The city exhibits the typical congested Pacific Rim townscape and harbor scene, with dozens of freighters awaiting berths in an overcrowded port. Pusan's natural harbor is one of the best on the Pacific Rim, its water sheltered by a protective peninsula seen in the distance. The obvious problem is space on land, where the port facilities are crowded and not, by regional standards, among the most efficient. That's why most automobile exports, for example, go through Ulsan, a port about 40 miles to the north. On the other hand, Pusan remains South Korea's largest fishing port, and the city's fish market also is the country's biggest. Here you are reminded of the huge daily catch the seas give up to just this one fleet. Fish dominates Korean diets just as it does Japanese. South Korea's demand has increased as its population has grown and its economy has prospered. Pusan's indoor fish market presents a seemingly endless variety of sea life, including squids, many kinds of fish, eels, and other species. Pusan and its environs form a summation of Korean cultural landscapes. The Pomosa Temple is just one of the area's historic Buddhist shrines. Here the devout come to pay homage, and the atmosphere, if not the locale, is far removed from the bustling city. In the countryside, crops still are tended by hand. These strawberries protected and nurtured by instant greenhouses made from bamboo and plastic sheeting. Weeding and watering are labor-intensive, but the price of the product on Korea's urban markets makes such horticulture profitable. Pusan, however, most of all, is the focus of an industrial region, and many a nearby valley is occupied by factories, not farm fields. The range of goods made here extends from electronics to ceramics and from metals to plastics. Urban sprawl has pushed many industries beyond the rugged hills that encircle Pusan, and the industrial region around the city is growing still. In the late 16th century, this admiral, Yi Sun-sin, designed the world's first iron-hulled warships and chased the invading Japanese away from Pusan's harbor. But later, the Japanese did succeed in conquering and colonizing Korea, and this led to a devastating period of severe exploitation. After the Second World War, South Korea joined the Pacific Rim and became one of the economic tigers, and again, Pusan was a part of that process. Here is where the city is located, on the tip of the Korean peninsula. But today, the problems Korea has are concentrated here at the ceasefire line between North Korea and South Korea, the communist and the capitalist halves of the peninsula. There's some hope for unification, but frequent problems here, and the capital, Seoul, and the major port, Incheon, lie right in the shadow of this problem area. So that Pusan, for once, is not right where the action is, but remote from the major problems of Korea today.